Hey, what is up, friends? Welcome to our very first One Take Tuesday. Every Tuesday we're going to have a video, and from beginning to the very end, there's going to be no edits, no cuts. What you see is what you get. It's going to be one take from beginning to end. So today is our very first one, and I'm excited about that. Hey, if you are new around here and you like these videos, I want to encourage you to like that and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about our one take video. Today, I have a little bit of a confession to make. That is, I am a doodler. I'm a doodler. I said it. I love to draw and doodle and make little sketches, and if I've got a pencil or a pen or a marker and paper in front of me, I'm gonna make little drawings. I just am. It's something that I've always done. I can remember in junior high, I was doodling on the side of my paper during one of my history classes, and my teacher walked by and she got on to me and said, "You need to quit doing that." But to me, it really does. It helps me stay focused. I like to draw a lot of just geometric shapes or sketches or whatever it may be. So if I'm in class, if I'm listening at a conference, or sometimes even in church, if I'm taking notes, and I'm just drawing. I'm just doodling, doing different things in the margin. It's just something that I do. And so I saw this video this week by a guy, I think it's Jonathan Harris, and he just does this little quick sketch, and it's how to make a 3D ladder. And so I was like, I need to watch this, and I watched it, and I want to try to do that for y'all today, and then talk a little bit about that. Now, in full disclosure, I have tried this a couple times. This is not my first attempt. But it took me 3 or 4 times to kind of get some of it right. But I'm going to do that, and so here we go. Let's see. Sorry for the close-up. All right, I got my paper. You need a pencil and a Sharpie. All right, here we go. Step 1, you're going to fold it in half. All right, then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw as straight as possible the first part of the ladder. All right, you're going to take your marker, you're going to draw this way. Okay. Now, if you have trouble drawing a straight line, get a ruler. It will definitely help you. All right. Now we're going to make our rungs on our ladder. Five. Ooh, that was not good spacing. I was an art minor in college. I never knew what I was going to do with that. I guess this is about the extent of it right now. You're going to draw your rungs on this other ladder. Basically what you're doing with this pencil one, this is the shadow of your ladder. All right. So there it is. That's my ladder. Now, it doesn't look like much right now, but when we do this, I did this on a cardstock. But when we do this, then we turn and change our perspective. And that ladder straightens out. And the other ladder looks like a shadow, so it looks like a ladder leaning against a wall. It's pretty cool, huh? It's all about perspective, right? Perspective changes everything. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk with you a little bit about just for a second, is that everything is all about our perspective, right? This ladder is just on a flat piece of paper, but when you turn it just a little bit and change your perspective, it becomes something different. It changes as well. Now, nothing on this paper has changed, but when we change our perspective, we get a different vantage point. And lots of times when people talk about perspective, I first think of, being an optimist or being somebody that's negative. Are you one of those glass half empty, half full kind of people? But today, I want us to just think real quick about changing our perspective and how we view people and how we view a situation. Because lots of times it's real easy for us to see a situation and automatically form an opinion, right? We all do that. Whether we say it or not, we all form an opinion on somebody else's lives, somebody else's decisions, and we're pretty quick to do that. And I want to challenge us this week to any situation we face, anybody that we come across, whether we agree with them or not, that God would allow us to change our perspective, that our perspective would shift more towards Him, so that we could have greater compassion for people and for a situation that somebody may be in, whether it's their own fault or it's somebody else's fault, or whether it's just one of those things that happen. But so many times we tend to judge and we tend to think, well, if they hadn't done this, or man, I would never do that. And I think Jesus would want us to have His perspective on things, because Jesus would come across people in Scripture that were in a mess. Things would be going on in their life, and Jesus wouldn't judge them. Lots of times in Scripture, we see the words that Jesus had compassion on them. Jesus saw the people and the needs, and He had compassion on them. And we just see that over and over in the gospel. And so my prayer for you and my prayer for me this week is that when we come across somebody or we come across a situation, that we would be slow to judge, and that we would ask God to give us more compassion by changing our perspective. The situation's not going to change, but we're going to see things differently. And I just pray that we would see things the way that Jesus does, and we would love people first, because that is really the mark of people who follow and trust and love Christ. Is, Jesus said that Himself, that they're going to know us by how we love each other. And so I want to ask you this week to ask God to change your perspective on some things. That doesn't mean you have to agree with people. That doesn't mean that you have to be okay with certain things, but just that we would love first and be slow to judge. So there we go. That's our first One Take Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. Let me know if there's an area that you struggle with getting a different perspective on. If there's something, please don't name any names or anything like that, but just let me know if there's something that you want to ask God to give you a different perspective on. And you pray for me on that, and I will pray for you. So, all right, that's our One Take Tuesday. So until next time, walk humbly. Have a great week.